Hi guys, welcome to the CATWay. So in this video, we are going to solve our daily set. Now before we begin, do not forget to like, share and subscribe. Now what do we have today is that the following table, it provides the information about the population density of 12 states in United States. The 12 states are ranked as per their population density, with the state having greater population density being ranked numerically less. So that means the highest population density is for New Jersey, so it has been ranked 1. Lowest is for Washington, so it has been ranked 12. Now the area of all 12 cities in square kilometer is always an integer. And the population density of any state is number of people living in the state per square kilometer of the area. So population density is basically population of that state divided by the area. Okay, area in square, right? And what we know that area of every state is definitely a it is going to be an integral value. Okay, it is always going to be an integer. Okay, so that is something that we know. Okay, also what we also know is the number of people can never be in decimal. Okay, the total population can never be in decimal. So what we know is, guys, that population density is equal to population by area. So what you can say is that your population would be equal to population density multiplied by area, right? So wherever you see the population density is in decimal, okay, like after decimal there is some digit, it has to be multiplied by with area, and in such a way that it turns out to be an integer. Okay, in such a way that it turns out to be an integer. Okay, so guys, okay, now what do you observe is that, see, whenever it is a odd number, okay, after the decimal we are talking about, whenever it is an odd number which is not a multiple of 5, okay, odd number which is not a multiple of 5, the only way to make it into an integer is to multiply it by 100. Okay, the only way to make it into an integer is to multiply it by 100. So odd numbers except 5x will be multiplied by 100. Okay. Okay. So odd numbers which are there, which are except a multiple of 5, they need to be multiplied by 100 to get a integral number. Okay. Second thing is, for the states that have an even number, okay, even number which is not a multiple of a 10 or a multiple of a 4. Okay, even number which is not a multiple of 4 or a multiple of 10, it needs to be multiplied by 50. Okay, it will always be needed to, you need to multiply it by 50, because see, let's say it is a multiple of 2. Okay, so 2 you multiply by 50, you get an integer. Okay, you multiply 14, let's say it is 14 multiplied by 50 would give you an integer, but 4 multiplied by 50 is also going to give you the integral number. But what do you need? You need to minimize the you need to the area to be the least as per the questions. Okay, so the area, you have to take the minimum area possible. Okay, so even numbers except 4x and 10x multiplied by 50. Okay, so this is there. Okay, now if it is a multiple of 4, okay, even number, or let's say the number is 4x, okay, of the form 4x, then it needs to be multiplied with 25 to get the minimum area. Okay, then it needs to be multiplied by 25 to get the minimum. Okay, then if the even number is a after decimal is a multiple of 4 as well as 10, okay, so 4x and 10x if it is there, okay, then what you need to do, you need to multiply it by 5. Okay, you need to multiply it by 5 to get the minimum possible number of people living in that area. Okay, now which have odd multiple of 5, okay, odd multiple of 5, odd of 5x, okay, odd of 5x, they need to be multiplied by a 20. They need to be multiplied with 20. Okay, and then the odd numbers, and the numbers which have multiple of 20, they need to be multiplied with 5. Okay, they need to be multiplied with 5. So basically what you can see is that your all the numbers that are odd numbers except 5x will be multiplied by 100. Okay. Even numbers except 4x and 10x multiply by 50, 4x multiply by 25, 4x and 10x multiply by 5, odd multiple of 5x multiplied by 20, and if it is a 20 multiple, multiplied with 5. Now, if you move towards the questions, what do we have is that find the minimum possible aggregate population of Rhode Island, New York, and New Hampshire. Okay. So if you talk about Rhode Island, so Rhode Island is a odd multiple of 5. It is an odd multiple of 5. So odd multiple of 5 would be multiplied with 20. Okay, odd multiple of 5 will be multiplied with 20. So what you will have is 387.35 into 20, that will give you 7746. Then you have New York. So for New York, what do we have is that 195.18. Okay, 195.18 is an even number except 4x and 10x. Okay, so that would be multiplied with 50. So 195.19 is multiplied with 50. So what we get is 9759. And third you have is New Hampshire, which is 53.2. So it is a multiple of 20. So it needs to be multiplied with 5. Okay, it needs to be multiplied with 5. Okay, so what do we have? New Hampshire 53.20 into 5, that would give you 266. Okay, that would give you 266. Now the total population will be 17772. So the correct answer is option number C. Now second question is, for how many of the mentioned 12 states definitely have an area not less than 100? Okay, so if you see, for multiple of 20x, the area was 5. For multiple of odd multiple of 5x, the area was 20. This is what? This is the area, right? Because you're multiplying your density with this to get the population. So this is basically your area. For 4x and 10x, you multiply by 5. For 4x, you multiply by 25. For even numbers except 4x and 10x, you multiply by 50. So for all these values, the total area is less than 100. Now the total area will be more than 100 or 100 or more than 100 only for the odd numbers except 5x. So odd numbers except 5x, we have only one case, that is of 209.23. That is for Maryland. So there is only one state which does not have an area, definitely does not have an area of less than 100 square kilometers. Okay, so option number C will be the right answer. Okay, because you are asking definite, so definite means others you will minimize. So after minimizing, there is only one option that you will get. Okay, now coming to the third question. So if the area of New York is 150 square kilometers. Okay, so if the area is 150 square kilometers, so the population density was 195.18 and the area is 150. Okay, so you get the population as 29,277. Okay, and the average number of people in a family is 3. So how many families are there? So average, if in per family you have 3 people, so these people will be clubbed into 3 groups. And how many groups do you have now? So you will have 9759 groups. Okay, so the correct answer will be option number A, 975. So this was a pretty easy set, guys. The only thing that you had to crack was how to convert this population densities into population. That was the only thing that you were required to crack, and hope you have understood the set well now. Thanks for watching the video.